Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to Live Mondays of Entrepreneur Talks podcast. My name is Yola Bash, and today my beautiful guest is Shagun Sharma. So, welcome, Shagun. I hope I said your name right, and I'm so excited for our second this time is like second time like we trying this live, but we are here today and I'm so grateful. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Joel. And I'm so happy today I could make it on time. So thank you. I'm so honored to be here today on this platform. And thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so excited.
Oh, you welcome. I love all these clothes around you and yourself as well. We're gonna talk a lot. I'm
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you. Yes.
So Shagun, for start, can you tell to my listeners where are you talking from?
Okay. Right now, I'm in Boston, US. And if I could show you, I'm surrounded by snow.
Ooh, snowing.
So yeah, yeah. We have about like we had 10 inches 2 days ago. So yeah, surrounded by snow, but it's my colorful clothes that make me feel so happy and energized.
Bright and that's really good. That's yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a really good way to bring shine and brightness and shining to our lives. Just surround yourself with bright colors.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
didn't have idea. There we go. America is so big, but because I spoke with a friend yesterday in America, she was in the sunshine. I think it's California. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's California. She didn't talk about any snow. She said she's going for cycling, so that's not snowing.
Well, we Bravehearts in Boston, like if I were to show you, it's beautiful, gorgeous sunshine day. Um, and Boston is known for its fitness and everything. So you will find people running, cycling, jogging, whatever in snow. And I'm walking my dog. I have a husky, so like
Ah,
your dog was barking, mine does not. Mine just howls.
oh, that's so beautiful.
And every morning, Ryder and I, we do our three and a half, almost 4 mile walk, right? Snow or shine, rain or shine. So we do it. And I'm always thinking, oh my God, I'm walking, but how are these people doing like things that require so much rigor, right?
Everything is possible, right? When we
Right.
believe and when we want.
Yes.
That's
If you
I
put
think
your mind to it.
yeah, that's the mindset of that people.
Right.
Thank
Right.
God for them. Let's do it. Praise God.
Right.
Okay, Shagun. So tell me to start. We're gonna start our beautiful conversation. Tell
Mhm.
me three things or three things. I always do this, but even doing always, I don't know sometimes how to say. But describe yourself in 3 words.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So, how do I describe myself in 3 words? Um, um, Vibrant, um, uh, lively, and I love people.
Oh, that's beautiful. Love people. I'm totally
You put me in a spot.
love
So
it.
this came from my heart.
I hope no one is copying me, so I will do the same to me, and I'm not prepared. If I go on live again, someone is "Hi, Yola, now is your time," and like, oh, no, but I'm
Yeah,
ready. I'm ready.
right.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you, thank you. So vibrant, lovely,
Lively.
lively, and loving people.
Right.
Really, really good. So let's start from loving people. That might be the reason you start Naira. Naira? Naira?
Naytra. So
Nat- Natra.
Naytra.
So tell me more about Natra.
Okay. So Netra actually means eyes in Hindi and Sanskrit. So
Mm.
basically, it's spelled as Netra, but I modified the spelling because, the English language doesn't have the soft T's and D's. And I didn't want this to be Netra, where people would think, oh, this has got something to do with the web or the net, right? So I put a Y, inserted a Y so that it's like Netra, right? So people would take time in pronouncing it. But basically, my fascination for eyes goes way back when I was in design school. There was this course called I think I sort of get it right because I don't remember now, but it was influence of ancient Indian art on fashion, culture, clothing, and textile. And I was introduced to these Madhubani paintings, and I was like floored. I was wowed. Um, Everything about these paintings resonated deeply with me.
Oh,
The
beautiful.
colors, the intricate designs, but more than anything, and I always say this, that Shakespeare put it across so beautifully. And right from my childhood, when I was a child, I remember his words where he says that your eyes are windows of your soul, right? And by extension, your soul itself. So
Oh,
I always believed in that. And even till date, we tell our kids when you're telling them how to go out in the world, you say, okay, meet the person in the eye, right? So there's a reason
mm,
we say that you make eye contact, it's respectful, it is like confident, and it's also something about honesty, I feel.
that's really good.
So, right. So when I saw these paintings, other than, like I said, them being vibrant and intricate, I was so taken in by the way the animal life was depicted, with having these big, bold, beautiful eyes, right?
Ah,
Right, so look at the eyes, right? And they look at you, and that really got to me. And I was like, you know what, I love that. Really, really resonated with me. And at that time I thought that, these are masterpieces, they're so beautiful. And at that time I was very, very young, and I was like, if I get the opportunity ever in my life, I'm going to share this with the world, right?
wow.
So, but then, life happens and so many things.
Go.
I met my husband, got married, had two lovely kids, and worked. I was obviously in the fashion apparel industry, and then, moved to North America, and joined the got my MBA there. Then I joined the retail industry. So, believe it or not, being in North America, I always felt that whenever it's winter time, what happens? We have snow, everything becomes white, right?
Right.
Everything's beautiful, but and people start wearing, what do? They go back
Dark.
to blacks and browns and dull burgundies and navies. And I was like, this is the time we all need some kind of upliftment, right? We need to feel good. We need to, and every time I saw colors, it would bring that happiness to me and joy to me,
It's true.
right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
it's also, I think, my environment that actually forced me to think about, sort of Netra, not really Netra, because at that time I didn't know what I'm going to do, So literally but that thought always was at the back of my mind, and I always thought that I will do something. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, because it wasn't like something that I was planning on doing. So
Ah,
things happen,
yeah.
right?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
no, I didn't. And believe it or not, I quit my job in 2015 because I felt that my son, who's my youngest, he was in middle school, and I was like, okay, he's going to go away. And, I before I, I lose him, I wanted to spend time with him. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I need to do this. So I quit my job, and it's not easy when you've always worked, it's not easy. And I would always like have this thing, suddenly I would get very antsy, or I would get insecure, and I was like, oh my God, I need to go back to doing something. And so when my son was, this was 2019, my son was to graduate the next year. And then I was like, okay, let me do something, let me go back to the workforce. And one day I was like updating my resume. So my husband walks in and he looks at me and he says, what are you doing? And I didn't want to do this. So I was annoyed. I was like, oh my God, I need to do this. So I was like, what does it look like? I'm just updating my resume. So he was like, why? So I got even more antsy and I was like, why is he asking me all these questions, right? So I was like, obviously for finding a job, Einstein. So, and then he saw that and he was very patient, right? And he looked at me and he said, why are you doing this to yourself? And I was like, before I could even like sort of attack him more, he was like, you know what? Why don't you follow your dream?
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
I was like, I almost like sort of did not want him to say it because you're scared. You're like, how am I going to do this? But then he said it. And when he said it, I was like, yes, who am I trying to fool? Right. So let me do something that I always wanted to do. And what really drove me was, I thought and thought and thought, and I was like, you know what? There are no guarantees that whether I'll be able to make this a success or not. But what I need to do is give it my best shot, like give it my 200%. It is something that I believe in, right? If it takes off, very well and good. If it does not, I do not want to look back after 20 years and think, oh my God, I should have tried,
That's right.
right?
Remember,
So
Shagun, remember this song Beyonce says, I was here, I lived, I've done, I do. Because there is no other way. We need to make everything that we feel for. Like, it's so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I'm so grateful for your step forward. Yes, continue, continue.
thank you, thank you. It's not easy, when I was in India, I had my network, I had my friends, I had so many things that I could like sort of initiate, and sort of I had the confidence that I will get the support. But sitting over here in Boston, everything seemed like so far away and so like, oh my God, how am I even going? What is my first step? Right. So even to think about that, it was like a humongous effort. And you have to, there were a gazillion ideas. After that, you will not believe, my mind was like affair. Gazillion things coming in, going out. It was like so many thoughts, right? And then the difficult part is you don't know which part to focus on and then move forward, right? So calmed myself down and took a deep breath, and then I was like, okay, what do I want to do and how am I going to do it? So yeah, that's how it all started.
Um,
And took me about 2.5 years to sort of streamline the process, product development, figure out the supply chain. um, and I have to tell you that this has been such a wonderful journey. I
oh, bless.
feel I've learned so much, so much, and I'm still learning
Yeah.
and will keep on learning, So I love that part. And, like little things bring you so much joy
Yeah.
that, it's almost like you get addicted to it, the joy that these small little things bring you.
That's
Um,
true.
so yes, it's been quite a journey.
But I see the amazing amount of clothes there, and I'm thinking, I want to make you a. So I'm gonna do something that I never done before because I never been on this kind of visual. Like I can see clothes there. I want you to, if it's possible for you, stand up and just go and pick two pieces of yours clothes, and then one of your favorites. Probably is how everything is, but and tell me more how you feel about them, what they bring to you. Because I
Yes, yes.
really,
Oh, you know what? You have opened the Pandora's box. So,
Let's do
So
it.
you got yourself to blame. I can do this like the whole day. But the difficult part is picking two of my favorites. Trust me, when I'm going somewhere and I have to put on a tunic, I change at least, 10 before I decide which one to wear. So I promise I'm not going to do that today.
Let's do like feel free.
So this is Yola, just I wanted to let you know that I have like six styles. One is what I'm wearing, which is
Mhm.
flutter sleeves,
I
right?
would say.
Right, the sleeves are flutter sleeves, and this is what I call paripurna. And I'll show you something very interesting.
Wow. It's related. Ah, it's the drawing that you put the
Ah, here,
inspiration.
here. So this is the Madhubani painting, and this is the tunic, right? So
Wow.
you're going to ask me that, yes, uh, I see the tunic. It's this beautiful deep magenta, but the painting has got an ecru background, right?
Yes.
It's like these two peacocks, and they're asymmetric, and I love that part. So when I started designing, so Yola, my job begins, or my work begins, when I get this this beautiful painting from the artisans. We work directly with the artisans, and they send me this painting. And literally, when I see these, I panic because I'm like, "Oh my God, these are so beautiful! How can I ever keep the authenticity of this painting and also make a piece of wearable art?"
Right.
Right? So that part is so tough for me. Actually, before I go there, look at this. This is what I'm wearing.
Oh yes.
So that's the artwork or the painting that the artisans have done, and then I turned this into something that's
How do you
wearable.
do that? My gosh.
It's You will not believe this one was relatively easy
Mm-hmm.
to for me to sort of design, but when I got this artwork, I,
Right.
I panicked because this is stunning, right? And
Yes.
I was like, how can I ever make a top or a tunic out of this, right? So I
Wow.
was like, oh my God. So here we go.
Wow, this is so beautiful. Everything is so beautiful. I'm impressed because you completely placed the painting on your clothes.
Right.
And
And
the
it's not
shiny and bright colors just made
right.
it.
That is I live for this. So, but also, other than that,
The,
my problem is that you cannot like touch and feel the silk.
yeah, I
It's
was just
one of the best silks possible, right? These are all like Oecotec Standard 100 certified. It's a very, very certification that comes with a lot of difficulty. And before I sit, I want to show you. So that was the tunic, and this is the scarf.
oh, but you do different types of so you did the scarf, you did the tunic.
Yes,
Ah,
yes. For now, I'm doing scarves and tunics, and for this year, I have men's shirts and ladies' dresses
ah,
that I'm
that's
working
a
on.
wonderful news. You just remember me the article on the newspaper about the influencer that you
Right.
make. Do you have that scarf or is a
Oh, yeah.
unique or do you have
This is the scarf that
she
Vanessa Hutchins wore.
I don't remember her name, but doesn't
Yeah,
matter. It
here.
was basically she put on her head, right?
Right. And
Was
she
beautiful.
styled it so well. And I was like, oh my God, is she just modeling for the scarf?
Was beautiful. So your
The-
oh wow, that's a tunic.
that's the tunic. And
I see beautiful.
and the sleeves have elephants. Um, so yeah, it's and before we move further, that's
The draw, the
the
painting.
painting. Yes.
Wow.
So it's very interesting. I love doing this because you know
It
how
is.
you yeah I have to visualize what I want from, or how I want the tunic to look, and then I make sure I take fun elements from the paintings and put them on the back. So the backs are different, the sleeves are different, you know.
It's
So
beautiful. Do you
so
have you thought about to do bags as well?
oh my God. So many things. I want to do slippers. I want to do bags. I want to do, like I said, dresses. So many things I want to do, one
And
step
you
at a
can, and you can do it. So you haven't start, but you can and you will if the universe will bring the opportunity.
Yes, yes. I firmly believe in that. I firmly believe in the fact that when you are honest and you want to do something, the whole universe comes together for you.
Totally.
You know,
And so the clothes that you've been creating, they are focused in women, correct?
for now, for now.
As you
Uh,
mentioned, you're doing something for men, but till
yes,
now they
yeah.
are
For now, actually, this is a
a man.
men's shirt, right?
Ah,
So I had to twist my husband's arm to make him.
I was thinking your husband needs to get ready because it's going to
Yeah, it
be
was
dressed
like
in Naytra.
I've actually designed two styles for men. Um, One was that, and the other one is this with the collar detail.
Yeah.
So more to come. This is something that I'm working on for this year.
Wow. And I saw something very similar between them, which I don't know. I know this is originally your creation is with Indian in mind, right? But the elephants, what means the elephant?
So you know what? To be honest with you, it's not like the lotus is considered you know, because lotus comes out from so much like dirt, right? And still it's such a beautiful plant. It sits in the swamps, right? So it's got a connotation of being pure, right? So similarly, elephants, who is like, elephant is big, it doesn't have any natural predators, right? It's supposed to be the king of the jungle, right? Even a
Right.
lion wouldn't attack. So peacock, right? A peacock is supposed to be beautiful, like we call it a bird with a million eyes, right? Because of the feathers. And so
I don't
basically,
know.
it's not like they have any specific meaning, but over time, because of their place in the food chain, right? Things become more sort of, okay, like I said, the elephant is supposed to be the king of the jungle, right? Because it doesn't have any natural predators. So it is like considered beautiful and magnificent, something that will survive. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't know if there is any other connotation. I would love to know. It's not like I'm Miss Know All, so would love to know if someone has a different story or
I
something
love,
else. I would love to know. you
I
know
love life. I love that. I
yeah.
love that. And how do you work? How did you start to work with the Indian artisans?
So, to be honest with you, my dream, of course, it started with Madhubani because I was so intrigued by these paintings. But my next step is not just being limited to Madhubani. I will also go to some tribal art where, from
Yeah.
different places. To be honest with you, like I said, Zola, I have like a gazillion thoughts in my head. I want to do so many different things, but baby steps. One thing at a time. Why I thought of Madhubani? So let me tell you, my tunics are not designed for, let's say, just the Indian audience. In fact,
That's right.
it's for
I
anybody.
would want you to let
Right?
you know, just to let you know.
To, thank you.
I'm already in love.
Right. So what I think is anybody who loves like sort of bright colors, this beautiful silk, which will make you feel like
Yeah.
you're not wearing anything. This tunic, or your like silk, is going to outlive you and me in your closet. So I feel the person can sort of would be able to hand it down to someone they love, someone who wants to make a statement. It's like a piece of wearable art.
It
right?
is.
So that's how I started, because it was my love, it was the eyes, everything in this painting, whatever I believed in came together for me. So it's
Mm,
the perfect place for me to start, right?
yeah.
So that's how I started. And to be honest with you, when I thought of doing this here in Boston, it took me. I was like, how do I get to these paintings, right? How do I? And it was very easy to buy them from internet, and I was like, no, that's not what I want to do, right? If I'm doing
Right.
something, I want to help the artisans, right? It's the middlemen who take away all the profits, and these poor women who've been working so hard and keeping this 2,500-year-old art form alive. How do we support them?
Yeah.
So
Very
it
good.
took me 10 months sitting over here in Boston. Like, my whole family would be sleeping, and 2 a.m. I would be calling people in India, trying to get to, these artisans. There were magazines who had, newspapers who had written about these people, but when you write to them, you do not hear back at
Uh,
all. So, it was like you talk to one person, he
so much.
gives you another contact. So, it's like you keep going on and on and on. And it was 10 months, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not finding any success, and I cannot do this till I actually meet the people, or I work with the artisans directly. So
That's
what do I do? And you know what, don't they say that just when you're about to give up, and a small window of opportunity opened for me, and now I work with five and or six of these beautiful artisans, and I've dedicated a page to them.
um,
And yeah, so that brings me so much joy that I'm able to help them in any which way. And you know what, it's not like I'm helping them, they are helping me. To be honest with you, I get exclusive artwork for Netra, right, from them.
oh,
So, which
wow.
is amazing, I love it. So, I love to think of it as a partnership. We help each other,
Right. That's right. It's so powerful. And
so
you are right. And you are right. The fact that you mentioned getting straight to them, not going through something, because
right,
I love that to do that as well. That's
right,
my way of, I rather contact people direct to be able to know that I'm doing for them. I know there is no connections between us, and we go and we support each other. I
right,
find it beautiful.
right,
Thank you
right.
so much for sharing. This is amazing, Naytra. Naytra. Naytra is your business. Shagun. But I love that name, Since I saw the first time, I'm like, oh, I like this. Naytra. I didn't know what that means, but
Yeah.
the way it takes gives me happiness. So
Right.
I know the definition, so it's more happiness to me. I'm so grateful.
I'm so happy.
Thank you so much. So,
Yeah.
and Shagun, which advice? Now I know your journey. I know your struggles, and you've been so brave. You are here today. I believe that you started in 2020, right? That's what is like starting nature proper. Like,
Right. So this is another. I have to tell you something. I'm all about stories. something, something so funny. You will not believe. It took me product development. I started in 2019, and it took me like so much time, because this work was so intricate, so many colors involved, that a lot of manufacturers, they refused to work with me. They said, your work is very hard, too much work, can't do this, right? So literally, it must be 20 vendors who shut their door in my face. And like, because think about it, my fronts are different, my backs are different, and the sleeves are different. So they had to make, to print one size, they would make like three templates, and then I have five sizes, so times five. And then what they normally do is they print one medium size, and then they keep on using that pattern for extra small as well as extra large. Now, that means my design would get cut in extra small, And
Ah,
because you're not expanding the design in extra large, you would see some blank spaces on the side. So I was like, no, 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 that's not good quality, can't do that. So they would say, okay, goodbye. We're not ready to work with you.
no, it's complicated. No,
So it's been such a journey. And then when they would do the sampling, and when it would come to size sets, they would like all give up on me. But ultimately, I always say that where there's a will, there's a way. You do find, you struggle more, but you do find what you're looking for. It's just a question of keeping at it, not really giving up. So, believe it or not, you asked me about when I launched it. I don't know when. you Everything happened. December of 2020 was when my website was up and running, but not really running for commercial things, right? Like I had just put it up and we were like trying and testing, and two people sent me orders. They went through. So believe it or not, I was like, oh wow, it went through. So
it's working.
I was like, no, 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 please don't do this, because I don't want 2020 to be the year. We were supposed to be going live in January of 2021. So, but then it happened like that. So I
Yeah,
am so confused about my launch date.
you need to find a date to celebrate every year. So make up one date in December. Choose one day that you love.
Right. You're so right. All days are good, and whenever it happens, it's good. But I love to say that we've been alive for a year, because in my head, it's January of 2021 that we launched, but a couple of
It
orders went through in December. So
was before. I'm sorry, Shagun, that was before. But thank you for sharing that. And do you know what? The quality and the way you do things. I see you on fashion weeks, showing off with models. That
oh,
will be.
I'm living to see that day. Would love
And,
to see that
well,
day.
and you just mentioned about the sizes. So you have from small to large. Right?
Uh, no, no. I have extra small, small, medium, large, extra large. In fact, at
Oh,
the moment, I'm doing sampling for extra, extra large.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I'm not sure where I'm going with all these sizes. But I added extra small later on because a few people asked me for extra smalls. I was like, okay, let's do this. And extra large also, um, mm, I always wanted to do it. But probably I wouldn't have done it now, but I am doing it. So, joys of being an entrepreneur.
And I think it's important. I
It-
think it's important to bring that all that sizes.
right.
More these days that there is no size that is not can be seen. Before
Right.
back in the days was just we models need to be skin, blah blah blah, the size, the length, the this. Now these days everyone can be a model, everyone can dress anything, and that's the beautiful thing about fashion these days.
I 100% agree. You know what I love about the world today? um, you don't have to be a size zero to look pretty and beautiful. Everyone is beautiful.
Absolutely.
And believe it or not, on my website, it's all my friends and family that you see. There is no model. There is Everyone is like people that I love, you
Yeah.
know. Those are the people that are like people. So many times people will comment, oh, you're trying to establish Naytra as a luxury brand, you should have a professional model. But
Yeah.
I don't believe in it. I
Yeah.
don't believe in it. I feel that
You know,
you and everyone is beautiful, and we bring our own personality to everything that we wear, or we the way we are,
you know,
so I love that fact that these days we have an open mind and everyone is beautiful. We don't have to be a size zero to
yeah,
be
that's right.
considered beautiful,
It's
So
beautiful. It is.
that's what I believe in.
Yeah, me too. Because at the end of the day, we are creating, you are creating clothes for people, for normal
Right.
people, not
Right.
because otherwise, there we go. That's the century we're living in a century that we can talk like this. But I
Right.
know I'm coming from back in the days. I've been a model myself, and I know how I used to see and used to live situations about sizes. But
Right.
there we go. Thank God now I'm a little bit with more weight than before. I can go and I can still be a model to someone that
Right.
I want to have some pictures with you or dress my clothes or do something. And that's amazing. It
Right.
doesn't mean anymore, oh, I need to be on this specific size and this short or height and so on. But
Right, right, right. When I designed these tunics and tops, I was like, anybody can be, and everyone is beautiful, right? So I always like when my friends would say, "Okay, your tops like." I'm petite, so I always had this issue. Like if I buy something, I either have to hem it or I have to buy specific things. So I tell my friends that use my tops not to hide your butt, but to show it very fashionably,
yeah,
with the slits.
yeah,
Don't be shy. Like we are who we are. We have to be comfortable in our bodies and we have to feel good. So
true.
that's what I believe in.
Beautiful. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Gun. We're coming to the end. We actually pass the times. I love
Sorry,
it.
me and my talking.
Myself, not just you. I love it. I love it. I would like to request or ask you my last request is how can people connect and find more about your clothes or just talk to you and tell me where they can find you.
Okay, so I would love to hear from people. As you know, I love talking. So Shagun at natracouture.com is my email. So get in touch with me or at Naytra Couture, which is my Instagram. We have a Facebook page again, Naytra Couture. So I promise you, I always respond. So I love to hear from people. Like I said, that's one thing that I believe in. So anytime, get in touch. I love to talk to you guys.
Fantastic. And your website is got all this information, right? Where
Yes, yes,
yeah, right?
yes.
So
Right.
because your website and also something else that you send me is on the description of the podcast right now. So anyone that wants to reach Shagun can just click, check the description, check her website, her clothes. And yes, you send me the Instagram. I was just checking my notes.
Right.
You did send me your Instagram and your website, which is available just under the description of this podcast. So this is amazing, Shagun. I'm so grateful for your presence. I'm so grateful to be able to talk with people that I really feel we are on the same vibe, the same level, and we are here to shine. Keep
Right.
shining, keep flourishing, and keep bringing this kind of clothing that beautiful, beautiful. I just love it.
Thank
And
you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, Yola. And thank you. I love talking to you and thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, you're welcome, more than welcome. And I'm
Okay.
sure we're gonna keep in touch.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
we've been since the first time, so we're gonna carry on.
Oh,
I
please.
really appreciate that you took your time once again and you came to Women Flakes podcast. And so this is our mission, supporting women's all the way to
Yes.
success. And
Yes.
we really do appreciate your
Yes.
presence. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care, Yola.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye
Bye.
bye. God bless. Bye bye.